My name is Adam Walenta. They call me Illis. Check me out at adamwalenta.com. And you are watching Con Men.
Hey, I saw the way you looked at me.
We're taking over the world.
Yeah.
Just so you know, there's 100 conventions across the country a year now. It's new. There's only 52 weeks in a year. Excuse me? Where do they all happen? There's going to be multiple conventions every weekend. And we're going to be talking about comic books, and we're going to be talking about films as related to comic books, computer games as related to comic books. You know, they talk about the bookstores closing. The bookstores are actually beginning to open because they're selling comic books and comic book related graphic novels and toys and all those other things. Suddenly all those things are coming together and the business is becoming new again. Why? Because they're comic books. You know what? Comic books are great. And they're not really comic books. They're really comic books that you can read. And you can make a comic book in any genre you want to make it. You can make it in philosophy. I know it sounds odd to say that you can do that. You can make it in science. You can make it in history, especially in history. And people are going to be doing it. Not everybody's interested in the same guys in long johns. They're interested in other things, okay? I have a book on my table. It's Monsters book. Well, it's about monsters. They're not wearing leotards. They're monsters. People are doing books on the Trojan Wars. People are doing books on all kinds of subjects. And there's no reason why this media, this kind of media, can't expand to everything. And as long as people are open and interested in seeing their creative children express themselves, this medium will welcome them. It's hard, yes. It's not easy. You have to become good at it. Well, guess what? That's what we like in our creative efforts. You know, it's like if you don't want to you don't want your kid to become a doctor. You want him to become a good doctor. You want him to become a lawyer. You want him to become a good lawyer. I'm sure there are good lawyers out there, but I'm just saying, you know, and you don't want to become an artist. You want to become a good artist, or a writer, a good writer. And that's what we're encouraging in this field. There's no downside to what we do at these comic book conventions. There's no downside to comic books. It's what mankind did when they painted on cave walls. They told stories with pictures, and that's what we do. And so we're, you know, look, if we take over the world, it's going to be a much better world for it, I can tell you that.
Definitely. And hydro. Okay. Just kidding.
Hail Hydra.
Yeah. Only here on Con Men.
Okay, this is Neal Adams, and you're watching Con Men.
Brother, I'm Pete Seffick, and this here's my brother, Buddy Bedoin. And we're here to promote Shuffle, our new book. I'm Pete Seffick, comic artist. This is Buddy Bedoin, writer, and you're watching Con Men. Oh, yeah.
One day we're in Asbury Park ComiCONN, a great ComiCON run by this man right here. If you ever get a chance to go down to Jersey, go to Asbury Park ComiCON or other events that he's involved in. And last March, I think it was, we're doing a podcast and my friend ran out of batteries and he goes, I don't have any more AA. And I just look and I say, oh, there he is right there. There's Leo. Hey, Leo. And Leo goes, I don't have any AA batteries. And I go, oh, ask me. Don't know why. And he goes, Ming, do you have AA battery? And he goes, sure, hold on. And he reaches in, and I said, oh, he's like Data from Goonies.
Yeah.
And there we go.
And if Data grew up, here he is.
I know. Well, grew up.
And most people don't know the relationship between Kevin and Ming. Ming ran a fan site almost 20 years ago, right?
Yeah. What we call stalkers.
Well, dude, Shrek haters. But Ming ran the fan site, View Askew. Right, it was called View Askew?
Clerks, I did Clerks.
Clerks, it was a chat board.
Yeah.
And Kevin, he just told a story not too long ago. He had never really been on the internet at that point.
Oh,
He
sure.
didn't realize that there was social media to the level it had already
got. There was
gotten.
more beyond
and
porn?
This is 20 years ago, though. 20 years ago, the internet's got 4 websites, I mean, literally. And his is one of them. So Kevin sees a website, and they start a friendship. And eventually Kevin offers him a job, moves him to California, and he starts the View Askew site and builds a store. And he's been working for Kevin for a long, long time. And, you know, everybody, we see the TV show, and sure, everybody's at the store, but the relationships go a lot deeper.
Thank you very much. He's there to tear up.
Oh my goodness, Molly Danger is finally out! Ah, Jamal did it. The Kickstarter was a success. Jamal, what is this new item here?
That is a Dart membership card. That was one of the Kickstarter incentives when we did the campaign, and you get a card, you become a member of Dart.
The Princess of Fineness, Molly Danger official fan club. Now, tell me, what does it take to be a Molly Danger fan club member?
You come and see me at a show, you can buy a card, or you buy a copy of the book and you get a card for free. I think probably the biggest moment of revelation was when the campaign was done initially, and it had been basically just 30 days of straight promotion, and it just felt like running a marathon. And when it was over, all I could really do was collapse and, you know, just enjoy the moment. And then, you know, the work started, so.
Oh my gosh, there's a ton of action in here. Don't want to spoil it, guys, but definitely. And then where's other places people can get this too?
You can get copies from Amazon.com, from BarnesandNoble.com. It's available through Walmart.com, or you can get it through ActionLabComics.com.
I've always liked doing theater. You know, I started South Coast Repertory in Orange County, a terrific company, a Lord Theater company down there, and I worked at CTG and the Mark Taper Forum, and I worked at the Pasadena Playhouse. I worked in Seattle and New York, all over the place in New York. I really had a great time doing Pippin when I was in New York. Originally, like, I think I did Pippin in 1980. 81, we did the VHS tape and whatnot. It was great to work with Fosse and Vereen and Cheetah Rivera. I've done a lot of work in and out of New York, but theater has always been my favorite in terms of the disciplines of theater or film or television. I've always liked the theater, but I've made, you know, they pay you better in film than television.
Hi, we're here with Renata Gotti, and she is a cosplayer, and yet she is involved with ComiCON. So tell us, has it been really, what? So tell us, has it been really like...
Has to be Deadpool.
Yeah, of course, Deadpool, of course. Thanks, Deadpool. So tell us, how does it feel to go from being a cosplayer to being involved in a convention?
It is kind of weird, like, it's fun. I got really excited organizing the costume contest, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that this year all the cosplayers are showcased and recognized for their hard work and everything. That's what I wanted to do. But as the days were getting closer and closer and closer, I was like, oh well, I'm not going to dress up. So it kind of felt weird. So even like being here and seeing everybody in costume is kind of weird, but it's okay. I'm excited being helping out with the costume contest and everything.
Joker and Harley back on the scene!
Well, we were trying to think of something different that not every, cosplayer does. So we were like, what's a twist on Disney princesses? So we just came up with zombies and we went from there.
Nice. And what did you use for the makeup? Because it looks really cool.
Lots of different things. We used, prosthetics. Some of the stuff is prosthetics, latex foam. And then some of the stuff is actual latex that we built with tissue paper. And then this is clay, like her barnacles. And then some of them are actual seashells. We got an old lime. So it's a, collaborative accumulation of things. And her is the same. So it's prosthetics and, just regular paint.
Have you met the witch yet?
Well, she gave me the apple.
Did you know where Flounder is?
I've been looking for him all day. I've got nothing.
I'm Jessica McCurry.
I'm Hillary Hunt.
And I'm Julia Williams.
And you're watching ConMen.
Long day. I just want to go eat all the carbs.
What you drink, they smell like death. Thieves come out of his mouth, spreading lies.
No, they did that for home.
Thank you.
Alright, I got this Wonder Woman. I have to put it in the vault. Close.
I'm here with Chris Russo, and we got some cool comic book characters. There's an elephant and Walking Dead. Oh, zombies. Chris, what is G-Man?
G-Man's a little kid superhero. He's got a magic cape that gives him superpowers. And the whole book is, it's like humorous superhero adventure, like a comic strip, humor strip with classic superhero type of comic books.
Ooh, cliche. Humor and superheroes. I don't know if they go together. I mean, like, I might have a superpower called fart, but I don't think that's gonna get me far away. Anyways, what inspired you to be G-Man? I mean, through G-Man.
Well, as a kid, I grew up, you know, watching superhero cartoons and reading comic books and reading comic strips. And I always wanted to be a superhero when I was a kid. And my last name starts with the letter G. My friends called me G-Man as a nickname. So I just decided that's my superhero right there. And I started making G-Man stories.
You did some very interesting pictures.
Yeah, the artwork that they used for some of the flyers, the convention promoter Mitch Halleck asked me to draw some of the posters and stuff for them, and he uses them along with other stuff to promote the convention. And so it's really nice to be involved and included and given the spotlight that way.
No, I just saw that little kids kept staring at these little pictures of everything.
I drew that one too.
No way!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's like a bigger version of that. There he is right there. They cut him out.
That's so funny. Do you like drawing like little mini characters mainly?
No, well, not specifically. I mean, like that's what people know me for, but in G-Man, he's got parents and there's adult superheroes around, so it's kids and adults. And the book G-Man Coming Home, he's getting attacked by, adult. They're supposed to be superheroes, but they're attacking him. So G-Man fights the bad guys that are adults. That's how strong and tough he is.
Wait. If you are G-Man today, what would be your accomplishment?
What would be my accomplishment if I was G-Man today? I guess avoiding getting hit by a truck walking across the street. I'm Chris Russo, and you're watching Con Men.
Hi, I'm here live at Bridgeport, Connecticut Arena, woo, at Webster Bank. And the line is busy. It's only 10:26. Look at the crowd around us. Isn't this crazy for a Saturday? Well, stay tuned. There's more to come.
We are very, very happy to be here with Dave and Jay. Jay, who's the creator of the Idol Swap, which is really, really cool. So tell us, guys, what exactly is your involvement here in the con?
We just wanted to participate in the con and show off the display that Jay created.
How did you create this?
Well, it took about a year to create it. It's basically built out of foam. I started with an idea, and then it blossomed up into this. Wood, a lot of different materials. We just wanted to share that real, indie experience, trying to bring the movie to everybody.
This gives fans an actual chance to touch the idol, and reenact the whole scene from the movie.
It took about a year to make. Inside, I've got an actuator, so it's pedaled. So basically, you step on the pedal. So when they do the idol swap, it'll actually drop, it lowers, raises. Try to bring a little bit more of the accuracy and feeling of the movie involved. So
now I know why it's sunk down, because the bag of sand, it ends up, for those of you who have never done this at home or aren't here today, the bag of sand is a lot lighter than the idol. The idol's actually heavy. What's it made out of, candy?
Actually a resin with it's been gold plated.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
We're just getting ready for some partying. We got this bow tie going on Ruby, and this lovely wife is decorating it. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great, thank you.
And this is the lovely Jennifer. Hi. Woo. Jennifer Rose. So you make some pretty interesting comic book themed items.
Yes, I
Tell me a
do.
little bit about this item in particular.
This is called a fortune cookie purse. They were popular in the 50s. Like you take them like to picnics and put your little things that you needed, your little essentials inside. So I'm a big 50s fashion geek, I guess you would say, and I love them, so I make them.
Can you show me how it works?
Yes, I will take it apart and then I will put it back together. There's a zipper on top. That's where you put your wares in. And then you just grab the ties and you tie it like that. And it looks like a fortune cookie. It doesn't come with the fortune, you have to bring your own fortune.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing in TV land? How are you?
So tell me, how did you get into cosplay?
I tripped into it, actually. No. Actually, I've been into cosplaying before I even knew what the term was.
Wow.
You know, she and I probably share the same thought, as in the fact that Halloween was probably our favorite holiday.
Yeah.
But we were also disappointed it's only one time a year.
I feel the same way.
Right, so we found out, I found out about this thing called comic conventions, this fantastic thing, and the first time I went to a convention, I noticed everybody in all these fantastic costumes, and immediately I had this epiphany. I said, I want to do that, okay? This is a chance for me to show off all the costumes that I want to do, all the costumes that I want to make, and not feel like a total outcast about it. It's fantastic, it's fantastic. That's how I got into cosplaying.
So what goodies or tricks have you stumbled upon?
So this whole weekend at ComiCONN, there's a lot of fantastic vendors, a lot of fantastic guests, and they all have, like, you know, at their tables you can see a lot of merchandise, a lot of cool merchandise, like hers, hand-sewn, self-made. You saw before the fortune cookie purse. Right now I have a special Jennifer Rose custom-made tie, bow tie. This is just a sample. Never mind, it's not on a regular shirt. That's my fault, not Jennifer's. But she has it in all different sorts of material. This is Star Trek, and we've got
Drum roll.
Star Wars and comic book related fabric and material, or movie film related material, and also the bow tie, the hair bow for the ladies.
For everyone.
For everyone, as if you can see Jennifer Rose as she will turn around.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right in there.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us. And if you want to learn more about Jennifer or myself, through the magic of editing, you can see right here, you can reach Jennifer at facebook.com/Jennifer Rose New York. And if you want to reach me, you can reach me at facebook.com/Planet Ruby. We hope to see you online. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we're here in the main arena floor with Russ Rainbolt, and if you don't know this by now, he came to Connecticut Comic-Con like a bolt of lightning, and he made this huge mural that you see right up there. We'll show you in a little bit, and he also made this. So tell us, what goes into, like, how did you get into this?
Well, I was a billboard painter once upon a time right here on I-95, working on rope and scaffold 100 feet in the air. And, you know, painting billboards is one of those things where you just, like, make giant artworks, flashy, cool, that sort of thing, similar to comics. And at one point, I saw the writing on the wall where the billboards were going to disappear, you know. And I was always into comics, always drawing big paintings and stuff like that in there. And I decided at one point there was this 20 by 60 foot vinyl that came in, and it was just sat in the corner. I said, what's up with this thing? And they said, the job was canceled on it. And I said, give me that. You know, wow. I've got this idea. I want to do an homage to comics and stuff. So they hung the thing up, and I started painting on it. And they said, how long do you think it's going to take? And I said, oh, you know, 2 weeks or something like that. Ended up being 6 weeks and whatever. no income. I'm just like working on this crazy project and stuff, and I added more and more and more characters as I went along. I started off with a theme of like going from the Platinum Age out through Golden Age and Silver, and I got up to about 1975. That's about all the whole thing could handle, you know, whatever. But I included just about everyone I could think of, and I read Ron Goulart's History of Comics and Steranko's work and things like that, and put it together.
How many hours a day did you spend on it?
12 to 16, yeah.
Wow.
It's like 6 to 7 days a week and stuff like that. It actually got to be a big party because I was like cranking the music. It was in West Haven at Barrett Billboard Shop and stuff like that. And so people would come over and I'm just painting and painting into the night and all that. Yeah, so it was wild. So that was my big splash into comics, you know. Sort of like if I'm going to jump in the pool, I may as well do it with a big flare, because that's what billboards and comics are. That's what they're about.
If you could jump into that billboard and be one of those superheroes, who's it going to be?
Oh, once upon a time it would have been Conan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right. But I think I'm a little too Celtic and stuff like that, so I don't know if I could handle all the broadswording. But I like Spidey. I think at this point I'd like to jump off the buildings, or
Really?
even Batman. Yeah. I tell you, once when I was a kid, I was like in the 6th or 7th grade. I made myself a Captain America suit and I wore it in to school.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, seriously, I was like that into it. I think Kirby was drawing them at that point or something, or there were some old issues that I was reading. I'm Russell Rainbolt, and I did one of the largest comic book murals on the planet. And I'm working with Con Man. Thanks.
This is Jennifer Rose.
And this is Ruby Renexo, and you're watching Con Man. Don't switch that channel. Stick it right here. Stay right here.
Hey, my name is Ivan Plaza. I'm from Heroes Haven Comics, and we're representing CGC here at the Connecticut ComiCON. We're basically taking submissions for people that want their books certified, and we're also witnessing signatures for all those fans that want to certify and grade their comic books. And we offer all of the CGC services, including pressing and grading as well.
Pressing as well as cleaning is something that I take great pride in. I love taking the older comics, giving them a new touch, a new finish, cleaning them up before we send them off to be graded. They're pressed and cleaned by me, and they come out immaculate. Without going into too much detail, I feel that I really bring the book back to life.
Hey, we're here saving comics, watching Con Man.
Hey, I'm here with Nicole, and she does some beautiful art right here, and she got this fur comic series. Totally killer. Females, werewolves, you name it. So tell me, what got you inspired to do this kind of comic book?
I love horror. This particular comic is very important to me because it focuses on other independent artists and who also love horror. And I use it to also, it tells a horror story, but it also promotes other independent artists. So they get to put and display some of their art and stories in the back of the book that kind of go with the story that I put in there.
Nice, that's pretty unique. So you have a collaboration with other artists.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Are they from around the area where you live?
No, anybody, anywhere, the whole world, they can submit to this if they want to. Everybody, they put in and they submit to these writers, artists, they get a page they can put in, and I go through all of them and the ones that fit best with whatever genre it is, like this one's werewolves, and then they get to be featured into the book, and then I plug them and advertise for them so that other people can find them, because they're very independent. Some people don't know about some of these independent artists and writers, and they need to get out there, and if I can help do it when I put my stuff out there and somebody finds theirs, it's like, it's good. It's good.
Speaking of walkers, what have you done with Michonne?
Us. I totally turned Michonne into one of her pets. This is Nicole Jelinek, and you're watching Con Men.
I'm doing okay. We got a good little privates over here, and coming and going. We got a lot of people thinking that they can throw down and make this a pretty impressive kind of day, and I salute that.
Hi, I'm here with Kyle, and he does some spray painting art. Can you tell me a little bit of your technique?
Well, usually I just start out with a bunch of layers of paint, usually whatever colors people like reds, oranges, whatever. Put it down, layer it up, different layers. You put down black, and then you take a magazine, you rip it off. That's what gives the moon's textures. And then you go in the background, you get the space, you take a little bit of white, you put it on your finger, and then you flick it off. and you get it on the stars, and then that's basically it. I actually seen it in Ocean City, Maryland, and I just watched what the guy did, and I loved it. I came home with black and white. You can do anything you want with black and white paint, even just black. You can put black down and you can scratch it, and you just work with it. And once you get better and you want to spend more money on the paint's not cheap. So you just add colors and to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm Kyle from Kyle's Crafts, and you're watching Con Men.
First off, anytime that you've had any sort of thing done with your eyes, LASIK surgery and whatnot, and even if you're interested in contacts, you should always consult with your optician first, your optometrist. You want to make sure that A, you're capable of using them. If you've done LASIK, I would always tell someone, go back first, find out if that's something that he's comfortable or she's comfortable with you having in your eyes. Second, I get a lot of people that come up and say, oh, I'm afraid, or I've never touched my eyes before, things like that. Look, none of us were born with contact lenses in, okay? So it really is kind of a mental hurdle. What I would suggest for anybody looking for contact lenses, and I don't just say it because our company represents a brand that sells it, but always go with an FDA-approved lenses. I get a lot of people that come up and say, oh, I got mine for $15, $20 at the Halloween store or online for overseas or whatever. For me, I'm not putting anything in my eyes unless the U.S. government, hey, I'm an American, has approved that this product is safe, and that means that the dyes and the inks and such that are used to create the product are safe to use. These will last you at least a year if you take care of them. Adam Ginsberg here with you at Connecticut Comic-Con. I'm here representing Macabre Eyes today from Twitch Productions. Guys, we have incredible colored contact lenses for you, for your Halloween costumes, for your cosplay. Connecticut Comic-Con, what an event it's been. It's Sunday morning, it's packed yet again. This place is a madhouse. Come on down. Thanks.
Look at the TARDIS! Okay, we're gonna go get some books, okay? All right, Matt,
Hey,
do you
how are you
have any
guys?
Who books?
Oh, crud, I'm sold out. Hold on for a second.
Okay, TARDIS.
Whoa. Awesome. How was that?
Unbelievable.
That's magic, baby.
We're at Connecticut Comic-Con.
It's pizza time! Woo!
I'm averaging somewhere like between 50 and 75 sketches a day. So like that's a lot of fans that I'm getting to service. And that's my reason for being at a convention. I mean, I'm paid to be here. Every fan who comes here, every dealer who comes here, they have to pay money to come here. So I'm here at their service. So when I'm at my table, and my friend Shannon will testify, I'm never gone. I'm here the entire time. You know, as long as the fans are there, I will be here. I value my relationship with the fans. I mean, I try to be accessible to them. I try to be always honest with them. And try to make the table between the fan and me not quite so solid, you know, that there is a difference because I am the professional, they are the fan. But I like for example, if we take photos, I always go to them. I don't like the table between us. I don't like it to look like they stole the photo. So I said, no, I'm there. I'll hug them, and embrace them totally because I appreciate them. And if I were in their position and I was meeting someone they respected, I would hate that person soured me from wanting to read the comics anymore. You know, I want to make sure that at least between them and me, they know that, yes, I love what I do, and I hope that's infectious.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
I'm Jessica McCurry.
I'm Hillary Hunt.
I forgot my name.
Look at TV. Where are you actually originally from?
I'm from New York City. It's not the answer you wanted.
No, just kidding, just kidding. How do you get the cream filling into a Twinkie?
That's just magic.
Yeah, that's...
You know? And we nearly lost the magic last year.
I know.
With them, remember the scramble back in the stores? It was like, I gotta have all my I'm like, why? Do you need it to duct tape all to your windows? Like, I don't get it. It's just, But someone came in and the company bought it, and now I'm seeing Twinkies with like 16 different flavored creams. Have you seen this?
I saw a chocolate-covered Twinkie.
Right, there's the chocolate one, there's the strawberry one now, there's I think a mint one. I was in Walmart a couple of days ago and I was like, whoa, not only did the Twinkies come back, they came back with a vengeance.
ConNet, delivering the convention to you.